Ladies and gentlemen, the answer is no. I am not drinking Bud Light again. I'm not going to be buying Bud Light again. And understand, no longer is this a boycott. It's not like, oh, well, we're going to fight against Bud Light. No, no. Apathy is the death of a brand. We've moved on, a lot of us. So, no, we're not going to drink it. We're not going to buy it. It doesn't exist. The brand is dead. I will move two steps to my right or two steps to my left and buy a different brand for almost the same price, if not less. I will buy some Keystone Light. It's way less expensive and it tastes just fine. This idea of Kid Rock and Dana White and all these other people coming out and saying, well, the boycott's over. No, because Bud Light did nothing to demonstrate that not only do they understand what they did wrong, but that they are sorry. That they are deeply and profoundly sorry for the way they treated their customers, the way they treated the people that have been brand loyal for decades. They did absolutely nothing. Every step of the way, they disrespected the customer and disrespected the customer and disrespected the customer. No one ever in the history of Bud Light wanted to see anything to do with Dylan Mulvaney. The fact that they paid Dylan Mulvaney $180,000 for a campaign and gave them a can, that had to be approved by the higher ups. You don't just do that. They do not share our values. I disagree with Tim Pool. I disagree with Kid Rock. Tim Pool thinks he has found some kind of intellectual loophole, but he sounds like a fool. No, a UFC fighter stating what he believes is not being endorsed by Bud Light because they're too afraid to say anything. That is not them acknowledging and agreeing with what he's saying. That's not the same thing. They despise what he's saying. They despise him. They despise us. They have no respect for what we're doing, what we believe in. They don't have any respect for America or its values. This semantics game that Tim Pool plays to try to be the smartest guy in the room is a joke. No, absolutely not. I am not drinking Bud Light. I'm not purchasing Bud Light. And I don't think you should either, but it's your choice ultimately. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm also not saying to go out there and buy a scam beer like Conservative Dad's Ultra Right beer. That beer is an absolute joke. It's a scam. Anyone who buys into that, I feel sorry for you. I looked that up. What would it cost to get me a pack of beer? And apparently they lowered the price for Black Friday to $9.99 a six-pack, which, I mean, is expensive but understandable, and then $35 for shipping. So you'd still be paying about $40-some for a six-pack of beer. The answer to that is absolutely not. It's a scam. It's a gimmick. It's a joke. I'm not telling you to go out and buy that beer like Tim Pool did, which again is, I don't know if it's like a wealth thing, but I'm telling you, you can go out and you can buy some Keystone Light. Keystone Light is cheap, baby. It is so cheap. And you can buy it at any store. You don't have to pay an arm and a leg. I think for a 24-pack, it's like $11.99, $12.99. That's a pretty good deal. Maybe they have coupons at your store. I don't know. But the point is, the answer is no. And I see that there are some people saying, well, because Donald Trump Jr. said it, and Dana White said it, and Kid Rock said it, and Tucker agreed with it, then suddenly the boycott's over. No, the boycott's never over because we're never buying it again. They don't respect you. Why would you go back and buy a beer from a company that doesn't respect you, that didn't have the decency to apologize, that never admitted that what they did was wrong, that never admitted that they made a mistake. They never did. The only reason they went with UFC is because they're like, we have to desperately save our brand. Maybe if we go with UFC, maybe if we pay them a bunch of money, that'll get us in these arenas. Maybe people will start buying from us again. But the answer is no. And at this point, it's too late for an apology. They've had their moment. They've had their time. The company didn't have the decency to be transparent and honest. And they tried to ride this out. Keep that in mind. They tried to ride you out. Telling their distributors, hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll take back the beer. We'll give you new beer. Who cares about them? They didn't have the respect for the audience to admit that what they did was a mistake. They still have not apologized, and they lied every step of the way. Any company that supports the transgender movement is a company that deserves to go under. Now, that can't be true for all companies. It can't. There are too many of them. Too many that are entrenched in the ESG, DIE, identity politics, racket, scheme, pyramid scheme. But Bud Light is one place where you can make a difference, and all you have to do to make a difference is when you go looking for a beer, when you see Bud Light, pick up the case next to it. That isn't Bud. That's just not Anheuser-Busch. It's not InBev. Pick a beer that's not Bud Light. So I see that some people have said it's okay. That's fine. If Kid Rock wants to go back to drinking Bud Light, you know what? Let him do it. He can go back there and he go, well, we tried. But the reality is that people like me, we're never going back. Never. When you step back and look at it, like, yeah, they deserved a black eye, and they got a black eye. They made a mistake, but they never admitted that they made a mistake. It doesn't matter if they got a black eye. It doesn't matter if their sales went down. What matters is that they acknowledge and admit what they did was wrong. Because there's nothing to suggest that they have any remorse. And they should. They should be on their hands and knees apologizing to the customers, saying, we are deeply sorry. We disrespected you and your values. We tried to pander to these perverts and these degenerates, these lowlifes, these disgusting sycophantic losers. We tried to jump onto that, and we are deeply sorry because we went against you. We know that you don't support it. We know that you don't want any part of that, but we did it anyway. We're sorry. They never did that. They never admitted accountability. They still hate you. They don't respect you. They loathe you. And so Tim Pool can say what he wants. All these other people can say what they want, but the answer is no. Not maybe. Not maybe if they apologize. The answer is no. There's nothing you can do to win me back as a customer. Even if you gave me the beer for free, I wouldn't take it. It's not a thing that you can recover from because you've done the damage. I'm not looking for some cheap political win. Like, oh, well, they know that what they did was wrong, kind of. So let's support them. The answer is no. No. They never admitted they were wrong. They never apologized. They never said we betrayed your values. They never went on to actually publicly fire And you went, oh, we're putting them on administrative leave. They never followed through and performed any actions. They didn't give you anything. They didn't give you the bare minimum. He says they got a black eye, but if you give somebody a black eye and they're doing the same thing and they didn't admit that they did any wrong, then what's the point of being like, well, yeah, let's let bygones be bygones? No. Absolutely fucking not. So, let's see. Kid Rock has decided to support Bud Light again 8 months after his... this is, by the way, this is Billboard, so it's going to be disgustingly left-wing bias. 8 months after his reasonable, intelligent response to woman cosplayer Dylan Mulvaney teaming up with Anheuser-Busch to promote the brand's Easy Carry contest. At the end of the day, when you step back and look at it, yeah, they deserve a black eye and they got it. They got one. They made a mistake. The singer shared in a recent interview with Tucker Carlson, so do I want to hold their head underwater and drown them because they made a mistake? No. I think they got the message. Well, they haven't shown it. They haven't shown it. Do I want to hold their head under the water and drown them because they made a mistake? Yes. Because the mistake is not just a mistake. It was deliberate. It was intentional. They did it on purpose. Refused to admit that they were wrong. Continued on that trajectory. Insulted the intelligence of their audience. Tried to ride them out. Didn't deal with it like a man. Didn't deal with it like an adult. They tried to continue to have that narrative, to believe in that shit, and they refuse to back down. They don't believe in American values. They don't believe in you as an American. They want to pander to this globalist cult of pedophiles and degenerates and other disgusting rainbow flag wearing freaks. These people that have bullied people online, harassed them, doxed them, treat them inhumanly cruel, and then claim that they're the victim. People like these, I don't even have the words. People in the LGBT community, you should be absolutely ashamed. Your group of people go out and think that it's a good idea to have pride parades where they get naked in front of kids. That's not even, you can't even object to that. You know that goes on. And as somebody who used to live in California, who used to live near San Francisco, I know what goes on because I've seen it. I've unfortunately been close to that shit where you have men walking around in bondage gear outside in the middle of the day where there's kids. They bring kids to this, where they're naked in front of kids, sexualizing themselves in front of kids. And these people have no problems with it. So understand, the LGBT community is revolting because they don't for a moment stop and say, no, we're not okay with that. And if you say, well, some of them are, sure. But the movement, the rainbow flag, the parades, the quote-unquote assembled and established LGBT community is okay with sexualizing kids. At that point, you don't get any leniency, you don't get any goodwill, you don't get any benefit of the doubt. You don't get me going, well, not all. No, I've seen it. I've seen parades in San Francisco, the gay pride parades, with thousands of people in attendance and people on these parades, and they are dancing when there are kids there. It is a degeneracy parade where they're in front of kids. They're in public in the middle of the day, naked or in bondage gear, because it is a degenerate, disgusting, offensive ideology. This says we have every right to display our repulsive sexual conduct in front of kids in broad daylight. because that's empowering for some reason. So understand, these people at Billboard are full of shit. The people that are part of this cult is full of shit. I'm not one of these live and let live people. Oh, everything's fine. I honestly don't care what you do. I know this may seem like a contradiction. I don't care what you do in your bedroom. But the LGBT community is not a bedroom ideology. It's not advocating for let us do whatever we want in the bedroom. The LGBT community is let us do whatever we want, wherever we want, in front of whoever we want, no matter what age, or else. And my answer to that is absolutely fucking not. And if you don't like that, if you have an issue with that, too fucking bad. You're a creep and you're gross and keep your shit away from kids. It's as simple as that. Dylan Mulvaney appeals to a much younger audience than 21. So the fact that Bud Light was promoting to them is part of this same degeneracy and this same sickness. They didn't apologize for that. Why do you think that people over 21 watch Dylan Mulvaney? Do you really think that? Or was it like the Bud Light executive said? That lady, we want to go for a younger audience to get them interested in the brand. You're a beer brand. And you were promoting yourself to younger people, kids, through this LGBT cause. So no, I'm not going to buy your beer. No, you don't get forgiven. No, you're done. You're done. It's as simple as that. And all of these other pedo defenders and Jew haters and all these people on the left, they can defend you, they can call it transphobic, whatever, it doesn't matter. These people are sick, morally reprehensible, intellectually dishonest. They are evil. Tim Pool is right about that. These people are evil. Yet hopefully other companies get it too. But at the end of the day, I don't think the punishment that we've been getting at this point fits the crime. I don't think the punishment they've been getting at this point fits the crime. Of course it does. Of course it does. I'd like to get us back on board and become bigger because that's the America I want to live in. No. 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 No, it's as simple as that. No. There's nothing wrong with giving a spanking. You just don't spank for the rest of your life. Yes, you do. When you did what they did, in the middle of a cultural crisis, when you promote this sickness and this sin and this filth, and you go all in to say, we're on board with this. All of our customers who don't support this, and that's the majority of them, fuck you. So, I disagree with Kid Rock. I disagree with anyone. I disagree with anyone who's saying that, well, you gave him a bloody nose, you gave him a black eye, but you should give him another chance. No. No. Nope. Nope. They made their bed. They're going to lie in it, and I hope they go out of business. Tim Pool disagrees with that. All these other people disagree with that. No. A message should be sent. And all I'm saying to do, understand, I'm not saying to go out and boycott or do what the left does and commit acts of violence or go, loot or kill somebody or burn down a Bud Light facility. No, it's the easiest thing in the world. You walk into a Walmart, you walk into a Target, you walk into a Kroger's, you walk into your grocery store, and when you're looking for your beer, all you do is you take 2 steps to the left or 2 steps to the right. That's it. That's all you do. Pick up another pack of beer, put it in your car, drive home, and enjoy. That's it. Not one, not one bullet fired, not one Molotov cocktail thrown, not one angry word delivered through a letter or through a phone message. I'm not saying to do any of that. All you do, go buy beer and enjoy it and have some fun. Drink responsibly. But at the end of the day, Bud Light does not get a reprieve. They don't get forgiveness because they never admitted what they did was wrong. They never apologized. And that would have had to be a first step. At this point, it would have to be effusive apologies. It would have to be just slobbering, like, they honestly, they would have to release a statement from the president and CEO of Bud Light affirming that they believe in American values, saying that we do not believe in the mutilation of children. We don't believe or support transgenderism. We don't support the LGBT community. We believe in this, and this that aligns with our customers and our core values as a company. They'll never do that, so find something else to drink. It's as simple as that. Anyway, thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you next time.